Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well, staying safe, social distancing, masking up, at least staying away, social distancing. Hope everybody in your family and everybody in your life is doing well as well. This is video explanation number 1335 from August 29th, 2020. Most likely the last one of this month, though you never know. This one's a little hops around a lot. They tend to do last year or so, changing topics very fast. So I'll try to interpret this in a way you understand best as I can. I normally discern them as they're coming through. I don't necessarily memorize it as it happens, so I'll have to go through and read these. By directive to carry out, by a whisper, not a shout. Go forth unto each day as we show the way, as we shall show the way. Now, speaking to that part is referencing specifically to me, but it can also be for anybody who wants to serve God, for anybody just going out in life, beginning each day. By a directive to carry out, like I said, I wake up in the morning, Lord, thank you for me watching over me overnight, another day, be alive another day. How may I serve you? What can I do for you? It's not about us, it's unto Him. So it's asking, so by directive to carry out, and give you directions, by a whisper, not a shout. I mean, it'll be a whisper. Me, it's in my right ear, or right brain. You might be someplace else in a different way, but be open to it, and then believe it, and accept it, and do your best to carry out His what He needs for the day, ASAP, or double ASAP. Go forth unto each day, as we shall show the way. When I give control, we have a free will choice. Again, the path that He's created for us before we're born, which is the easier way, the straighter way, some hills and valleys, but all for a good reason, or the path we want to go off on our own, half-cocked, think that's my way. I want to do things my way and live my life, and that's fine. It's your free will choice, but it's going to be a difficult journey. So ideally, you want to go the way that they show us, that He shows us, that He made for us in advance. Vistas of mist pass away, see the souls where they stay. So as I go where He shows me each day, vistas of mist, that mist, uh, the, all that's in the mist, in between, it's not visible to us. It should pass away, so be brushed aside. So I can see the souls where they stay, where they're at. So I'm looking forward to developing more of that. Warriors of justice round the throne, nothing of evil can they condone. So the Lord's guardians surround Him all the time. Nothing of evil can they condone. Put up with, otherwise they don't take any shit. They're not gonna put up with anything. Not gonna allow anything to get through into the light. Exemplary souls they do seek. Think they strong, or think they strong. Nay, but are weak. Think they strong. Think they're strong. To correct that. So each of these warriors, well, it's kind of like two interpretations here. The exemplary souls of these warriors, they do seek, or the exemplary souls are the ones that they seek, righteous. Humans, mankind, who think they are strong, but no, they're really weak. Or that's my first interpretation. Second would be also referencing darkness too, seeking exemplary souls or righteous souls. That's who they fish after. Who think they are strong, nay, but they are weak. They're exalting themselves. So it could be one or both of those meanings. Again, my first primary will be because it follows the warriors of justice and it pertains to those, but again, it could be both. Lesser means greater in the eyes of God. Very true. Humble thyself. Lessen thyself. I was told when I first left Vegas on a journey across the country. I've told Leslie of my daughters, lessen yourself, Papa, lessen yourself. It was like from what I had to what how I was living, where I was living at the time, way out in the boonies, a small place. I ended up liking it, loving the small little town out in the country, next to the cemetery. Very spiritual place. So lesser means greater in the eyes of God. Always humble yourself. You will be humble and meek. Remain of men or lightning rod. So lesser means greater in the eyes of God. Remain, in other words, it's asking you, you want to remain of men? Or you want to focus on men in the physical world? Or strive to be part of mankind? Or part of God's lightning rod of the light? Everybody who serves him is part of his lightning rod. Choice be made, all must do. Everybody's got to make that choice. Light or dark. Soul of magic, Lord did imbue, or imbue, E-M-B-U-E, I-M-B-U-E, either way is correct. Here is meaning endow. Soul of magic, Lord did endow. Not magic as in, sorcery, wizardry, magic tricks. Soul of magic, magic of heaven, the gifts of heaven. Lord did imbue or endow me, endow all of us with, to some degree, if we truly seek it, to find it. That's what one of the things you should be seeking, because Lord, what is it you've endowed me with? Help me to see it and awaken it in me and accept it so I can grow in it. You grow it. Sword of light in every hand. True. Given a sword of light, forged in heaven, cuts through anything to defend ourselves against, battle evil and darkness. But you have to pick it up and wield it. Sword of light in every hand, as 'twas sent out across the land. As was sent out in this world, especially those who are serving him, those like me throughout time, other than angels. Sword of light was in their hand as 'twas sent out across the land, the physical world. Then it's asking, shall we discuss the ways of mankind, walking around all manner of blind? Says, here you want to talk? Do I need to tell you about the ways of mankind, walking around all manner of blind, deaf, dumb, and blind? No, we didn't discuss it. I know it quite well. How mankind is blind. Seek the world that is not there. Seek what is not seen. Seek the spiritual. What is not is beyond compare. What is not, what is unseen, unheard, is beyond compare. Joy of joys, 'tis not lost. Joy of joys, heaven, and exaltation, and eternal peace and joy and love. It's not lost, but came to you at higher cost. What came to us was given to us at a higher cost. In human lives who've gone before, countless suffering much they bore. So many went before us, sacrificed so much, suffered so much, so we were able to have that path, that way, the joy of joys, to the salvation. Countless suffering much they bore upon their shoulders, upon their soul, just so you could be made whole. Think of that. How many gave their lives? How many suffered? So you could find your way back to heaven. So you become whole again. Before you leave this world, certainly after you leave this world. Think about how many suffered and gave their lives for that. A soldier's course is never lost. Let's change the topic. A soldier's cause is never lost if your righteousness pays the cost. So whatever you fight for, fighting for the Lord, fighting for something righteous, your cause is never lost. If your righteousness, what you're fighting for, pays the cost. In other words, if it's worthy of it, worthy of God's grace and love, you're fighting for a good cause, something righteous in God's eyes, then that cause is never lost. Soliloquy of solace, peaceful grace, flows throughout all time and space. So soliloquy of solace is the peaceful voice speaking, Psalm 19. It's a peaceful grace, a loving grace that flows out through all time and space, which is the physical realm. Carl spoke true, and here they're referencing Carl Sagan, who spoke true, all made of dust, all made of stardust. Everything's made of stardust. And the dust of this world, which is made of stardust. So we're made of stardust. And the souls as well. Carl spoke true, all made of dust, of the earth and stars. Do trust in this. Breakable thou art of human flesh, and we are very fragile. Of spirit and body can only mesh. So breakable thou art of the human flesh, fragile, of spirit and body can only mesh. For time 'twas given at thy start, grace of God he did impart. So breakable thou art of human flesh, it's fragile, it's temporary. Of spirit and body can only mesh. They mesh together with God's grace. For the time that was given at the beginning of our Psalm 139, saying that we are giving a specific time, amount of time, and we're going to be, our spirit and body can join together for a set time, set by God. It says, like setting a timer. Once that timer goes off, that's it. Why did they have to be taken? Why did they leave? Everybody dies. Everybody leaves this world because their time was up. Simple as that. The time that they were given at the start of their life, before the start of life, was done. Why this person was given this much time, this person. Ask. You may find out, you may not find out until you return to heaven, which hopefully you will do. But ask, and open your heart to all answers. It may come directly through you, through your mind, through your dreams, through that person you lost communicating to you, or through somebody else like me. But you gotta ask. Grace of God, he did his part. Again, referencing that we're all a gift to each other. We're all here for a certain amount of time. And be thankful that time that they were with us. See beyond the broken mirror. Open thy heart. See all the clearer. So see beyond the broken mirror, which is this world. This world, most of this world is a reflection of God. The good that's in it. It's creation. See beyond that. Open thy heart, and you can see all clear. Open the heart, and the mind will follow. What did Paul say? Now I see as if in a mirror, then I shall see more clearly. That's referencing that. Psalm 19 speaks the truth. See behind the veil of Ruth. Again, read Psalm 19, especially verse 1 through 4. Constant communication of God. The Word of God is constantly coming through. But if you're not turned on, your receiver's not turned on, your satellite dish is not turned focused on Him, you ain't going to receive it. It's like, look at an astronomer. They're focused on one part of the universe. How much is all this information is coming from other directions? They're not picking up on it because they're not focused on that. So focus on the most important direction, which is within, up to God. So see beyond the broken mirror, open thy heart, see all the clearer. Psalm 19 speaks the truth, see behind the veil of Ruth, which is that separates us from seeing the spiritual realm. Tell the tale told long ago, belly of whale, much more to know. So tell the tale told long ago. Belly of whale, this is referencing Jonah. Belly of whale is our belly of whale, our body. Things for our soul, spirit. And belly of the whale is in mass, is the world, the physical creation. Tell the tale told long ago. Tell about this. Belly of whale, much more to know about that. There's a couple places I remember this one. Quotes from other people or song. I heard it came on at the time and triggered some more message. This is from this line from a song by the Killers. It says, I got soul, but I'm not a soldier. And that triggered more message. I got soul, but I'm not a soldier. Sang a tune as I got bolder. So I got soul, we all do, but I'm not a soldier. Whether you're a soldier of God or not, you have soul. You have a soul. I sang a tune as I got bolder. So I sang more and praised God more and shared more about God as I grew bolder in faith. not conceited, not vain, but bold, sure of my faith, sure of God. Music of heaven, no longer to fight. Lost the battle, yet gained the light. Music of heaven, once you got bolder and experienced more of the music of heaven and the communication of heaven, I mean, no longer needed to fight. You may pass from this world, you're going to pass from this world, but only going to go out there and physically fight. You may have lost a battle, yet you gained the light. You may have lost the battle, what you're fighting for in this world, the time you had here, or the time you have here. You only lost the battle. Well, you fought the good fight, and you lost the battle, but you didn't lose the war. You gained the light. You won. That's the goal. I left you behind that you may fail. Tell the world to come. Tell the world to come of the tale. The fight to forsake the laws of man. Uphold the night. Uphold the right of God's holy plan. Or the might of God's holy plan. So he's telling me, I think he's referencing me to a specific time in my journey, soul journey, in previous life and lives, where I was a soldier. That's the more personal meaning. I sang God's and shared His word. Always had soul. You know, the time I was not a soldier. I did good older, grew in faith, grew in strength, spiritual strength, and He's Kevin no longer needed to fight for particular times. And I may have lost the battle, yet I gained the light each time, each journey, each life. And He's telling me that He left me behind so that I would fail. So He's saying, tell the world to come of the tale of the fight to forsake the laws of man. Everybody's fighting to forsake the laws of man. The fight to forsake the laws of man. God's and those of God fight against the laws of man, which are corrupt. Seek instead to uphold the might of God's holy plan. Keep everything on course. What it is He needed us to do and needs you to do. To be part of His plan. Again, it's not about us, it's about Him. Discernment came at later time, referencing me. Discernment came at later time, shared with thee through the rhyme. Held you in my arms when you didst fall, felt defeated, your back against the wall. So later on in my journey, I shared the rhyme that was given to me, and He held me, lifted me up when I did fall. Kind of like that old poster of the footprints in the sand with 4 footprints, 2 sets of prints instead of 1. That's when He was holding you, or 1 set of prints instead of 2. That's when He was no longer walking beside you but carrying you. So held you in my arms when you didst fall. I felt defeated, my back against the wall. I just was getting nowhere. And we all feel that in our life at times. It just seems like we're not getting anywhere in life. And you call out to Him and ask Him for His help. He will help carry you. I came in silence to aid thy cause, never once deserted you, aided without pause. And this may be Jesus, this may be the Holy Spirit, this may be my soul twin, Elothiel, God Himself, angel, your guardian angel. I came in silence, they're all representations or extensions of God. I came in silence to aid thy cause, never once deserted you, aided without pause. Life after life thy came and went, endlessly seeking out from sacred tent, which I've done. Came a time when fall you did, evil took thee, thought they hid. So I'm speaking, referencing my life as Abdullah Hammam, where I was evil, was twisted by evil men, twisted my pain and the loss of my family, just like terrorism, gangs, and so forth that will does to people nowadays, always has. Taken their pain when they're vulnerable, no matter what age, and twisted it into something ugly. Serve Him. So life after life, I came and went, endlessly seeking out from sacred tent. And it came that time when I fell from grace, basically, and the evil was allowed to take me. They thought they hid me. Gift of knowing, God sees all. Have that gift of knowing. Well, remember how to get back to someplace, or back from someplace and back to it. Always had that every life, which is why He gave it to me, because He always planned for me to go down to hell. And again, believe this, don't believe it. I'm just sharing it what I know. Uh, the gift of knowing, which is extension. God sees all. Saw your suffering. They I did call. Brothers of horse watched over thee. Which 4 horsemen watched over me, unseen to darkness. So he called them to go watch over me. None of darkness ever did see. He never detected them. This was another song, quote, peaceful song. It was playing at the time, and it brought more of the message. Tears stream down your face, and I will fix you. That's a Coldplay song. They incorporated it into this message. Tears stream down your face, and I, Lord, will fix you when you're suffering. Pains of heart I shall replace, so you can gain better view. So pains of heart, he shall replace them. When you don't fight him. Psalm 32 talks about fighting. I struggled. I did that. Struggled, fought him. It felt like, why you put me down? Why you hold me down, Lord? It was not. He's trying to offer his hand. How many times when you're on your own path, you're slapping his hand away or rejecting it because you want to do it yourself, and then you want to blame him. But why are you making me struggle? Why is this happening? Stop fighting him. Take his hand and let him lift you up. I did the same thing for most of my life. Death is no death if you truly believe. Jesus said, those who truly believe shall never die. Those that are dead, they believe, shall gain life eternal. So death is no death if you truly believe. Fall from grace, you can still receive. If you fall from grace, you can still receive. Salvation comes through truth of soul. As said before, God judges by the truth of your soul, which only He knows. Salvation comes through truth of soul, all judged and weighed once free of bowl, which is your body. So once you're free of the body, all are judged and weighed. Judged and weighed on the scales. That's why it's important to build up that treasure in heaven. Because every time you do something wrong, it doesn't take from that sin. It's not like a bank account. It's not a debit credit. It's just a total credit. Every time you do something good, say something good, or serve Him, or acknowledge Him, or pay attention to Him, help others, so on and so forth. And you offer up your guilt and sin. These all things add into your treasure in heaven. Suspension of suffering shall not come upon the earth of deaf, blind, and dumb. The earth now, in the future. Suspension of suffering is not going to come. It's not going to come. It's not going to bring relief until after all mankind is gone. Many who seek shall be lost. The redemption came at a cost. So many who seek Him will sit in the churches, say they believe in Him, they're insincere, they shall still be lost. The redemption of that came at a cost. You know what that cost was. Jesus. Tithing, the redemption came at a cost, also referencing their physical costs. They're giving out money. Tithing their coin for Caesar's purse. It's going to Caesar. Giving to Caesar what is Caesar's, giving to God what is God's. You're tithing money. You're giving to Caesar. You're not giving to God. God don't need money. Everything's His. Tithing this coin for Caesar's purse, never improving, only getting worse. They're selling themselves, selling their souls. I require a gift of love. Honor thy Father, heaven above. Tormentor of souls, the devil, dwells in deep, plagues the mind as you sleep. It's important to have that Psalm 91. You can read before you go to bed, or at least have it open next to your bed. Have it open around the house as well. It mentions here, Psalm 91, a shield so strong, protects thee from evil throng. Sleep a thing for body and heart. Sleep is a thing for your body and heart. The rest of it needs. Mind and spirit at night depart. Mind does, travels. Many of yours can too, as well. Astral travel, experiencing things, learning things. The mind certainly does. Those who serve him. Mind and spirit at night depart to roam the earth as I direct. Those with thee there to protect. Teach and serve in ways not known. Things needed, you are shown. Saving souls as well, this is me, saving souls as well in need of direction, guiding then them to place of resurrection, to gathering places. And traveling a lot lately, some places for COVID-19 around the world, Albania, Armenia, Abyssinia, which was the old name for Ethiopia, where else? Italy during this time, Athabasca, Canada, which is north of Edmonton, a couple times, I think for Native American reasons probably. Belarus last night, things aren't going well there. Many other places. Let's see, let me go. Ascension's grace, a gift supreme, ascend under the light. Blessed thou art, my holy queen, the mother of God. And that's it. So, Christ, God bless. Thank you, Lord. Word of the Lord. I hope that explained that for you. Got some connection there, and some discernment. But read over it again. Listen to it. Explanation. Read over it. Always these old messages. See what you get from them. I can't emphasize that enough. So enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Peace of Christ. God bless.